sometimes you might decide and then you realize, oh, well, this is not for me. That's also good too, because now you have something that you can cross off your list of things you want to do because you realize it's not for you. The key thing here is to decide. Just making a decision is really important to helping you find what it is in your life that you want to do. And then the last thing we want to do, and this is a segue into Miss Plain, what Miss Plain is going to present to you this morning, is to find a mentor. If you know what you want to do, right? You want to be a math. So I have a student in my calculus class that's a math ed major. That's awesome because I was a math ed major when I was in college, when I was undergraduate, and I taught high school for 6 years. So I can guide this gentleman personally, right? When you decide on what you want to do and you know what you want to do, then you can find people who are already doing it and then ask them for their help. And trust me, when you do this, this will speed the process up greatly because they're going to help you avoid all the obstacles and roadblocks that you would probably fall into if you did not have their assistance. In our division, we have several really competent and really competent professionals that are here to help you if you choose a major in our division. This is just a short list. All right, Dr. Woods, who's on this call, who's a microbiologist. I've talked to him in this age of the pandemic. I've been talking to him about and tapping into his expertise during this time of COVID. We have Mr. Sharp, who's our coordinator of computer and information systems and science, and computer information sciences, and management information science. We have Dr. Managa, who's a parent cytology and an MD, a doctor. We have Dr. Felicia Cunningham, who's a attorney at law and as well as an environmental scientist. We have Dr. Harrison, who's my colleague, who's another mathematician in the division. We have Dr. Sam, who's a chemist, and we have Dr. Suswam, who's been holding and running the Science Fridays, who's a molecular biologist. So we have people that have expertise in certain fields. And if you're interested in any of these fields, you should definitely commit and change your major over as soon as possible if you have not done so already. And then you should definitely get under the edge of these people. Now, what I will tell you is that these are some good people. I love our division. And it's not just because I'm a mathematician, but because I've found, and this is the reason why I think I've been at Miles for 9 years, is because I found the people in our division these are the kind of people that if I was to look for mentors at my age, I would ask for their help. So I know for you youngsters which they have a passion for, they are more than willing and open to take you under their arms, under their wings. So don't hesitate. And like I said, the proof is in the pudding. See for yourself. Come on over to Taggart, ask for the offices and ask to meet some of these people and just see for yourself. I'm telling you, they are good people. They're helpful. They're open. They listen. All the things you want in human beings. These people are the people in our division. My colleagues, they are that. And I know that because they've done it for me in my division. So the last thing I just want to say is, we should build our career on a solid foundation of skills. The byproduct of those skills, at least while you're at Miles, should be good grades. But when you leave Miles, if you get some training, some proper training, in other words, you become a different person in your training than you were when you arrived. You have acquired new skills, new ways of thinking, new talents. When you get out into the marketplace, the result should be gainful employment. And that's what we really want for you guys, is gainful employment. We want you guys to be able to get out and make money. So With that said, I will conclude, and I want to thank you for listening to me. Hope I didn't ramble too long, but that is the conclusion of my part of the presentation. Thank you.
And good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Morris, and thank you, Dr. Woods and Ms. Marshall, and everyone who put this together. And good morning to everyone who has come in. I am just so elated to see some of the comments in the chat. I saw some additional professors' names drop as amazing mentors, and I saw some biology majors drop. And so we are just excited that you are part of our division. And we want you to know, I'm just going to go back one slide, that this is not every mentor in our division. These are our cluster chairs and some of the people who lead programs in the chairs. We have a number of faculty members who serve as mentors and advisors, and we want you to know that all of them are at your disposal and want to meet with you, and probably have been trying to email you because it is pre-registration time. So we want you to make sure that you are replying to those emails as well. So I am Amanda Plain, as I mentioned, and I want to just give you a little bit more about being a mentee. And you might already be a mentor. Some of you have been doing this for a long time, even as freshmen. However, it's really, really important for you to have a mentor at this stage in your career. So I have this here, mentors and advisors. You all have been assigned an advisor as you came into Miles. Like I said, that person has probably been emailing you, calling you, texting you, because it is time to register for spring 2021. Your advisor is someone who gives you advice. They're going to tell you what classes to register for. They will tell you when you need to register. They can provide you with the nuts and the bolts. But a mentor is a trusted counselor or a guide. A mentor can also provide you with information about classes, but a mentor is going to motivate you, help you set your goals. They win with you, they fail with you, work with you on setting direction, train with you, support you, in and outside of the classroom. What's fortunate about Miles College is that most of your advisors serve as mentors as well. Most of your instructors are amazing mentors. That is not found everywhere. I will say that you can go to many institutions and you don't have that. The advisors advise and they provide you with a sheet of paper and they tell you what to do and send you on your way. But the advisors here at Miles College, they work with you. They work especially, and I can speak for the Division of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, we work with you. We tailor a schedule towards your goals, your future, your basketball schedule, your football schedule, your band schedule. And that's what we do because we are invested in your success. Your success is our success. So that is what we do. And we really want to encourage you to get a mentor. So who needs a mentor? Everybody needs a mentor. Mr. Morris alluded to this, but my mentor is on the line. You see Dr. Woods nodding his head. He's my mentor. He's been an amazing mentor over these past few years that I've been at Miles. Everyone needs a mentor at every stage of your career. If you're a freshman, if you are a professor, if you have your PhD, if you're working on your PhD, if you are planning to become a doctor, you need a mentor. Everyone needs a mentor. Mr. Morris mentioned it. You need budgeting skills. You may need a financial advisor. That is a career, right? There are people out here who are paid to be good mentors, right? And so everyone needs a mentor in multiple areas of your life. So I see that there are about 60 of you. I'm going to take a look at you, see who has their camera on. Most of you do not. However, we're going to do a little work. So I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to make sure you have something to write with and write on. If you want to take your notes in your phone, that is okay too. It's not homework. We're just going to make a couple of lists. So I'm just going to give you a second to make sure that you have something to write with and something to write on And again, you can jot these down in the notes app on your phone. What we're going to do is figure out who our mentors should be. So we are going to do some practical work. I want you to leave this meeting with an idea of who you will contact and when by the time we finish. So the first thing that we're going to do is make a list. Everyone's list is going to be a little bit different. In what areas do you need a trusted counselor or a guide? Now, right now, I don't need a trusted counselor or a guide to get me to medical school because I'm not trying to go to medical school. But maybe you do. So maybe you write that down. Maybe you want to be an engineer. You write that down. Maybe you want to work on your health. You write that down. Maybe you want to work on your finances. Write that down. Maybe your time management isn't all that great. You're running out of time. Your assignments are always turned in late. Write that down. I want you to be specific. All things, everything, that's not an acceptable answer here, right? So while we are writing, I saw some of you have access to the chat. I want you to put in the chat some of the areas that you are going to be looking for mentors in. And why am I asking that? Because you have at least 10 faculty members on here who may know someone, and they may be able to point you in the right direction. So while I'm talking, go ahead and drop in the chat some areas that you think you might want a trusted counselor or a guide, if you're comfortable with doing that. As you're making that list, I want you to prioritize that list. What's most important right now? Do you want to start eating healthy? And is that your top priority? Maybe it is because the doctor told you that your blood pressure is too high and your cholesterol is too high, and it's an immediate concern. Maybe that's the top priority. Maybe you need some help getting to medical school, and it's a top priority right now because you're at that sophomore, junior year and you're about to take the MCAT and it's time. Maybe you need that mentor now. Maybe you want to go to the NFL and that's your top priority and you need to start early. So you need a mentor in that area. What are your top priorities? Rank them 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter if you have 15. I want you to rank them and start thinking, do you know of anyone just doing excellent work in that area? So you heard Mr. Morris say, Dr. Woods is doing an excellent job in time management. So we know if you're having issues with time management, we can all email Dr. Woods and figure out, just what to do right now. He can give us some information on how to manage our time better. He's a great guide, a trusted counselor in that area. So we know one person, we know one name. But I don't want you just to think about your instructors and your professors. Think about the doctors at home or the people you grew up with. Godparents, aunts, uncles, people at your church, people in your community. They can be anyone can be a good mentor. Anyone can be a mentor. And then by the end of this week, I want you to make contact. I want you to send an email. I want you to send them an email. And before I go, I'm not going to exit this presentation right this minute, but I will put in the chat just some tips on sending a professional email. It's important that when you start sending these emails to the physicians and the lawyers and the teachers and the police officers and the city councilors of your area, you send them a professional email that's grammatically correct and it has all the pertinent information in it that they need. So we'll talk about that and I'll send you a link that you can click on and just use that as a model. So I'm still waiting for some, I see forensics, time management, excellent, finances, health awareness, a pharmacist, Spanish, great. So I'm seeing some excellent things in here. And I know that as we look, as my colleagues and I look over this list, I know about 3 pharmacists myself. We already mentioned time management, who's great with that. I know some people in the math department. Mr. Morris is a great person with finances. Actually, he has some good advice there. I know some people in forensics. We can provide some good information and provide you with some names. So thank you all for putting that there. And I know these chats are saved so we can reach out to you and provide you with that information. So now that we have found a mentor, how do you keep a mentor? Well, how do you maintain any good relationship? You communicate. We're going to send a professional email. That's the first thing we'll do. And we are going to set some clear goals. What is it that you want out of this relationship? Are you ultimately going to ask them for a letter of recommendation? Are you trying to lose 10 pounds? Are you wanting them to help you train for a marathon? What are the goals? Let's not go into this blindly. Let's set some goals. And then we're going to keep communicating. How often are we going to talk? Once a week? Once a month? Via email? Over coffee? What's the plan? But we need to be very clear about it. And let's be consistent. If we say we're going to meet once a week on Thursdays at 12:30, let's be consistent. Put it in your calendar. Let's not skip a Thursday here or there because I was a little tired today. Let's be consistent. And we're going to communicate because life happens. And if something happens and it comes up, we're going to make a call, send a text, shoot an email and say, you know what? I had this big exam and I just really cannot meet today. Can we reschedule? I can communicate that with you, and that's okay because I'm going to be honest with you that life happened. I had a flat tire. I've got some family issues going on. That's what your mentor is for you to be honest and again, communicate. I cannot stress this enough. And I'm going to go back to something I said before about your instructors and advisors at Miles College. Communication is the key. If there are issues going on and you go ghost from class and we don't know, but at the end of the semester, we find out that you've had this catastrophic life event. We may not can fix the life event or help you, but we can be sensitive to what's going on and make provisions for you. But we can't if you aren't communicating with us. We can help you get registered for classes or accommodate for an online or a hybrid session or communicate with you via email or via text message or a different phone number. But it all starts with communication. So communicate, communicate, communicate. I can't stress that enough. Why is having a mentor so important? Well, you heard Mr. Morris say thinking skills, study skills, test taking skills, communication skills, mathematical skills, laboratory skills, budgeting skills. Well, who do you think helps you work all these things out? Of course, a mentor, your instructors, your advisors, but ultimately a mentor. A mentor helps you work through these things. We all have labs, chemistry labs, biology labs, but if you really want to be trained and ready to go into the workforce, you need a research mentor to teach you those specialized skills so you can be ready to move into the Southern Research Institute and be a research assistant, right? That's what we want for you. Why else do you need a mentor? Who's going to check you? Your mentor will. Accountability. It is required. Oftentimes, if you have a class of 30 or 60 or 100 or 200, you might show up late. Class started here at 11. You slide in at 11:30. I asked you to put something in the chat. You chose not to. Who will check you? Your mentor will check you. Your mentor would have also told you ahead of time, prior to this meeting, make sure you're there on time. This is what you do. This is probably what you should wear. These are the notes that you should take, things of that nature. If you're going to be late, make sure you email the professor ahead of time. All of those things, your mentor holds you accountable when other people may not. because your mentor is your advocate, your advocate. This is National Chemistry Week, and I would be remiss if I didn't tell everybody possible that it's National Chemistry Week and that Friday is Mold Day. But I bring it up here because this year's theme is sticking with chemistry, and your mentors help you stick with it. Mr. Morris and Dr. Woods can be my witness. How many people, were ready to drop out and leave the program, leave. Miles just quit because it just got hard. But we are there to make sure you stick with it. Just like the adhesives in chemistry. And if you are excited about learning about that, we will talk about it this week. Just hop into any of our chemistry classes. We'll be happy to discuss it with you. But we are those people that will help you stick with it when times get tough. Not if, but when. Times will get tough, and we will help you stick with it. My mentors helped me stick with it when times got tough. And so I'm thankful for my mentors. So I want to put that in there as well. Lastly, I want to mention what Mr. Morris said. It's not just a motto. This is what people look for. So I'm going to start a new share just because you may not be able to see this very well. This is from the University of Alabama School of Medicine. This is their preparedness worksheet if you want to get into medical school. The top part says academic metrics. So your MCAT and your GPA. This tells you who could be a physician. Anyone who can academically pass a test can be a physician. But as we scroll down, so that's two things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus things, non-academic attributes. Who would be the best physician? This is a skills versus grades assessment, a checklist. It's skills versus grades. Someone who has invested time in experiences that demonstrate passion for others and for medicine. I can't put it any more plainly that it is the skills. That is what people are looking for. It's not just the job market. It is the medical school. It is the dental school. It is the forensics department. Everywhere, they care about your skills. How do you show your skills? You do research, you do internships, you do any type of activities, you invest in yourself. So I'm going to wrap up with just a quick little story about carbon and diamonds. I'm not going to read all of this, but I highlighted a few things. Carbon material on its own cannot form a diamond. From precise and intense, right? So they're formed from precise and intense, very high and very strong pressure. And it causes that change from just basic carbon into the gems. Under duress, that's stress. So what I want you to understand is that college is not easy. It's not designed to be a cakewalk. It is not designed to be, for everyone. You have been called here, and you are here for a purpose, and it may be stressful. However, the gem that will come out of this, out of that pressure, is worth a lot. Now, there's a scale here from 0 to 10, flawless to just you can see maybe some blemishes in the diamond. And I'm here to tell you that they sell diamonds that have, some little flaws in them, and they still cost a lot of money. You don't have to have perfect grades to get a job. You don't have to have perfect grades to get into medical school. You don't have to have perfect grades to be a pharmacist. but you do have to put in the work. You do have to show that you have weathered the storm and that you can do it. And there has to be some evidence of that. Right now, that is a grade. Does it have to be perfect? No, but you have an entire resume worth of information for you. So I will stop there and hope that you will make sure that even when the pressure comes, that you will continue to pursue and persist and contact your mentor if you have any questions. And I will stop there to see if you have any questions for myself or Mr. Morris or Dr. Woods.
Thank you so much. I'm sure that the questions are going to come. Students, if you want to take yourself off mute and ask any questions, then also if any of the students would give us some feedback, what's one thing that you learned today from Ms. Plain and from Mr. Morris and Dr. Woods that you'll be able to put into practice this week, or something that you'll be able to put into practice this semester? So anybody willing to share that? Something that you'll be able to put into practice this week and something you'll be able to put into practice this semester.
Just weathering the storm.
Thank you, Paul. It's good to see you. I mean, your name. Hey, Paul, thank you so much. Weathering the storm. So that's something that you're going to be able to take away from this. Great. Thank you. Others? Something that you could take away that you could use this week and something you can use this semester.
How to apply yourself and grow skills.
How to apply yourself and grow. Great. All right. Thank you, Mr. Powell. Anyone else? Something that you could take away from this semester? It's something you could use this week, something you can use this semester.
How to get more active in activities and with your teachers and
Yeah.
What else? Yours.
Good job, Ms. Cowan. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, great. It's good to see you. Okay. Other students, something you can take away from this session, something you can use this week, something you can use this semester.
That is not easy.
Michael
That is also
Johnson.
not impossible.
Right, exactly. That it's not easy, but it's still, what's the last part of what you said?
It's not impossible. It's possible though.
Right. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's not impossible. I love it. That's great. That when we applied for a grant called TRIO to provide student support services to our students, we had lost that grant. And I flew to New Orleans. I went up, met the guy, and I said, he was like, "You lost a TRIO grant? Miles College lost?" I said, "Yeah." And he was like, it's impossible to lose one. And he said, and really hard to get one back. I said, "Oh, I'm so glad you said that, because I'm glad you didn't say it's hard to lose one and impossible to get it back. Hard we can do. Hard we can do." And we turned in the TRIO grant and got a perfect score, $1.3 million grant. Hard we can do. Oh, hey, Paul. Yep, you're in TRIO. That's good. And we're going to be doing more information about TRIO coming up. And more students, something that you learned from this session today. We had good attendance. Something you learned from this session today that you can take away this week or use this semester. Any other students? So I want to say thank you so much to our speakers here today. You guys really hit the nail on the head. We're talking about resilience, giving students real world examples. How many students in the chat are science majors right now or considering a science major? Go ahead and put it in the chat if you're considering a science major. Any students considering science majors? Hi, me. Kiara said me. Any other science majors? Sydney Agee said me. Hi, Sydney Agee. Megan Owen says a biology major. Hi, Megan. What other science majors do we have? Destiny Smith, biology. Love it. Other science majors? Hi, Jalen. Hi, Kiara. Kayla, that's right, computer science. Hey. Tia, biology. Hi, Tia. It's good to see you. Okay, So, oh, wow. Hey, Paul, molecular biology. That's great. I mean, and you can start here and go anywhere. Dr. Woods has worked with students that have gone on to pharmacy school, med school. You know, we have people working in computer science. We have people in the CIA that came out of the CIS program. So there's so many options. Tia said she's going to be doing chemistry lab too. There's a few things that I want to show you guys before we close out today. There's some opportunities for us. One is that UAB wants to have a partnership with us where if you're thinking about med school is thinking about you. UAB has a program that I'm going to share in just a second, so I can pull the screen up. And that program is the Summer Health Professions Education Program. That is a program where you get to spend your summer learning about all kinds of medical fields, whether it's physician assistants, physicians, dental, what other fields? Public health. So if you get into this program, they'll pay you a stipend for the summer. It's something like $1,200, $1,500 for the summer. You get to stay on campus for free. But then they also help to groom you to be able to be prepared to go on to medical careers. And so this could be a great opportunity for any of our students that are interested. The link is in the chat to this, and the application's open November 1st. I know Brooke Jones is going to apply, but I want to see as many of our students as possible to be able to apply for this program so that you can learn about health careers over the summer and get paid to do it. And so we really want that. And these opportunities expose you to people that can help you move forward in your career. They also can help you figure out, you know, the difference between vet medicine and being an ophthalmologist. You might say, hey, I thought I was interested in this, but after I did this, I loved this. So you get that hands-on experience. Another thing that I want to show you is they talked about what skills before grades. Skills are very important all over the world. We have so many agencies that want to hire you because of the skills you're going to learn from Miles College. We are starting an IBM Skills Academy, and the Skills Academy means that you'll be able to get skills that you need and certifications so that you can be competitive for jobs with any company, including IBM. And I'll give you a good story. One of our professors is working on that, Dr. Vidal Adatovo. He already put in the name of a student, and that student already has a conditional offer of employment to work with IBM after they graduate. And so those skills, in addition to what you're learning in your academic environment, those skills will help you to be competitive for jobs. And if you're going for federal jobs, it will help you to be able to get a leg up and even more money for those federal jobs. Another thing that we're going to be doing starting in the spring is on our Fridays when we don't have traditional class, that'll be our skill building Friday. You'll be able to interact with IBM Skills Academy, and they have the different skills. Let me see if I can find the skills that are on here. Career paths, that kind of stuff. But the skills that we picked, our different academies that we have picked are, I don't know if this will work or not, I'm not sure. Our cybersecurity, we've also picked AI, which is, what is AI, you guys? Somebody for a $5 Cash App. What is AI? What do I mean when I say that? AI. When I say AI and I'm talking about skills, what do I mean? Anybody? Trey Agee. Hold on. Can y'all hear me?
We can, and Dr. Agee,
Artificial intelligence?
employees are not
Artificial
allowed to get
intelligence.
cash apps.
Oh, really? So anybody,
Artificial intelligence.
who is that?
LJ.
Okay, all right, okay, all right, put your, okay. Put your Cash App in the chat. Okay, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, logistics, and data sciences. You'll be able to get a certificate in that in addition to your academic program here. Another program that we're gonna have that will be part of our Friday Skills Academy is that we were granted by Apple to have a program on our campus. It's going to be called HBCU C2, Coding and Creativity, where we can learn to code and also learn to make apps. They're going to have an HBCU app platform. So our students will be able to create the next $1 million or $1 billion app. You might create the next Candy Crush, or you might create the next app that helps students to be able to complete their semester during a pandemic, and so you'll be able to enroll in the Apple HBCU C2 program starting in January, and those will be on our Friday Skills Academy. If you're a part of that, you'll get to work on the highest tech equipment, the newest Apple, the newest MacBook Pros, the newest Apple iPads. And if you complete the program, some of the equipment that you'll be able to work on, you'll get to keep. And so not only that, you'll be first in line for jobs with companies like Apple and other data companies, but not just them, but other companies, which is every company that needs students that are able to be flexible and learn these tech skills. And so these are great opportunities for you as students. Anybody interested in anything I'm saying right now? If you're interested, say I'm interested.
I'm interested.
Okay, who is that?
I'm
I'm
interested as
interested.
well.
Okay, somebody said I'm big mad. That was lunch money. Audra, oh, okay, Audra, I got you for lunch. Okay, so I will make sure that, oh, Sydney, okay, great. I will make sure that I have you guys connected to these IBM Skills Academy. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen right now. I'll make sure I have you connected to the IBM and the Apple Skills Academy. But another thing that we're doing is we're starting an e-gaming club. And so the e-gaming club will be, let me show you a video real quick before I got like one more minute. The e-gaming club will be a club where we'll have both recreational and then league participation in esports opportunities. So here's an example of an agency out at the University of California, Irvine. And we met with the guy who created this program or allowed it to be, the president and I did. And the president is super excited about what we're going to be able to do. And I'm just going to show you part of this video. Can y'all see it? Can y'all see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, welcome to the UCI Esports Arena. My name is Kathy Chang and I work here as the arena coordinator. I manage this space, which is basically the home base for our UCI Esports program, which is housed under Student Affairs at the University of California, Irvine. To my left over here, we have basically the main attraction of our arena, which is the 60 computers that students and other local gamers can come in and rent out. So we charge anyone that wants to come in and use the computers $4 an hour or $36 for 10. And that time is stored on their accounts for the rest of the academic year. We're open Monday through Saturday from noon to midnight. Our most popular PC games include PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, League of Legends, and Overwatch. And for our console gamers, which I am walking to right now, any time of day, people come in here and enjoy some friendlies or some competitions. But this space, which we call our community corner, is also dedicated to our student-run organizations and gaming clubs on campus. We have a broadcast station, which is basically for our streaming team and our shoutcasting team. People can play whatever games they want, generate content for Twitch and YouTube, try to build a following, and we try to help them out by teaching them some of the basics of building their own brand. We also have VR setups here occasionally during our special events, and we're really excited to look at new technologies and be able to demonstrate us for our students. So we have a bunch of sponsors that helped us make this program possible, including iBuyPower, which donated all of the systems, including some really high-tech hardware. All of our chairs are from Vertigear, and these are nice UCI branded chairs. So it has our logo on it, it's trademarked, and all of the peripherals are donated by Logitech. So to my right is a unique section of our arena, which sets us apart from a typical LAN center. This is our competition area where our scholarship students sit. So they use slightly specialized equipment so they can all pick out their peripherals, what they liked from Logitech most, as well as the Astro headset, which focuses a lot on the noise cancellation properties. Because the arena does get quite loud, especially when it fills up at night, they can focus a lot more during their practices and during their matches. We do a lot of academics and research projects at UCI Esports as well, because we are naturally a research university. So some of these include projects in the arena in which we gather data for different research groups on campus. Every single one of the staff involved in the program is a gamer themselves. So we want to make sure that they have interest in esports and we can help facilitate that. Our goal is to
So, so we're gonna have an e-gaming program on our campus. We are, that is an arena that we aspire to have someday, a big arena. They gutted out a space, but we will be having a space here on campus. It won't be as large as that, but whenever we do it, it's gonna be super nice. But it'll be great opportunities for our students and faculty and staff. So anybody that's interested that wants to be a part of our e-gaming club, we'll roll that out in January too. But the interest form, I put that in the link. So if you're interested in being a part of the e-gaming club at all, or looking at how we're moving forward with that, please, click on that link that I just put in there. It's a Google form and it just asks you a few questions. How many students on here play games? You could take yourself off mute and let me know, what games do you play?
I do.
What do you play?
I play Fortnite, Call of Duty, Madden, 2K,
Okay, and on what system?
Xbox.
Okay, are you on Twitch?
No.
You said no. Okay, great. And what's your name again?
Sydney AG.
Oh, hey, Sydney. Okay.
Hi.
Any other students? Any other students on a games, and what do you play?
Tia Julius,
Hey, Tia. What do you play?
and I play Fortnite, Call of Duty, Mortal Kombat, even though that's old. But I play a lot of games on the
Okay,
PS4.
on the PS4. Okay. All right. Who else plays games?
I play games on my PlayStation.
What do you play?
I play Call of Duty, PUBG, Fortnite sometimes, Rocket League, Overwatch, and I play on my PlayStation 4. So
Okay, Rocket League and Overwatch are really popular games that they play at the competitive level, and League of Legends is one of them as well. Yeah.
oh yeah, they don't have that on the PlayStation 4, but I've heard it's pretty good. So
Yeah, you have to play that on a computer console, right?
yeah, you do.
All right. Okay, any other students? What do you play? Okay, so thanks everyone. Do we have any announcements? Any students need to make any announcements, or any of the faculty that are on the call, or any staff or freshman facilitators have any announcements to make?
One thing I did want to mention, I saw a question in the chat. The student had stated that they were a biology major and they wanted to know what they could do with that degree. So I'm thinking maybe they're speaking about just coming straight from undergrad. It was not a specific question, but I know that that was one of the questions in the chat.
I responded to the student.
All right, thank you, Ms. Plain. Dr.
However-
AG, you're on mute.
However, I would like,
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
So yeah, just saying this real quick. We were able to open this past week, the Miles College Wellness Center. The Health and Student Center is now open. It's in the Bell Building, which is in the center of campus. I call it the center of campus, not far from the building where you see Martin Luther King's face. There's mental health services there, individual and group counseling. We'll be doing some workshops out of there, as well as if you have sniffles or, runny nose or twitchy eye, or need someone to help you with your medication, whatever that may be, we have a nurse practitioner, student trainees, as well as a doctor on staff now, which is a really big deal. So it was covered by all of the news outlets last week. And if you guys can come over and visit it anytime. Inside of here, this is the counseling center, is what it actually looks like for you. So you can come over there and, you know, get your head in the game. And this is Bell Hall where it's located, and that is the president and during the ribbon cutting. So the Health and Wellness Center is now open. They're doing COVID testing today of all the athletes, and then also students who were picked to test. And as you know, most campuses didn't come back in the fall semester. So we brought back 2/3 of our students came back and on campus, and we've stayed very healthy. Thank you, God, for that. But then also we've been using the science behind looking at COVID and COVID testing. I've had no faculty members, not one faculty member that's gotten COVID since this started, not from being on campus, not from being at work. And the students that have had it, or any staff or that have been here, we've been able to take care of them, and they've been able to finish their work. And so all of that is because we've had a good health partner working with us on this. And so now we've opened the clinic. So I just thought that was good news. I wanted to share, and it is available to you. And if you needed to use the mental health services, or you needed to call someone for mental health services, the number is 205-922-TALK. Like, I want to talk about it. So 205-922-TALK is the number for the mental health center. Okay. Any other announcements before we go? There are a lot of great activities going on this week. This would have been last week, and this week would have been our homecoming week, but the student government is planning lots of activities. There's music on campus right now as we speak. So please, get out, get involved in those things, and take advantage of the opportunities and the activities that the students are putting together. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Dr. Woods. Thank you, Amanda. Great job. Thank you, Charles. Great job. Thank you so much. Okay, bye. Hey, Zandra. Sorry. Morning.
Bye.
Hey, girl, hey. It's a pretty picture. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Hey, Dr. AG.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
I parked over by your building the other day. Yes.
Oh, I wasn't there.
Yep. And we, it was at night. I was just like, we're gonna park at Community Foundation, but yeah, we definitely gonna do stuff with e-gaming. And one of the big things with e-gaming is casting. Like, it's almost like sports casting, but for the video games. So that could be something you can help the students with too.
I love it. That is awesome.
Yeah, so it's exciting. I'm so glad we have a progressive president that really gets it.
Yeah.
So Tia wants the UAB stuff. Let me grab it, Tia. Stay on the line, Tia. I can grab it and send it to you.
Okay, I'll call you.
Okay, bye, sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
I'll stay on the line if anybody needs anything. Tia, I'm putting it in the chat. Scholarships or grants available. There are going to be UNCF scholarships that come out. Hey, Anthony Perez and Lacorius, as soon as they come out, we'll make sure that you guys get it first. But there is another round of UNCF scholarships that are coming out. And so as soon as they'll come out, I will let you guys know about them. But there are scholarships that are coming out. Yes. Anybody else? All right. Thank you guys so much. When I leave, I think it'll close everybody out. So we're going to go ahead and say goodbye for that. You still
Dr. AG, don't close yet. I'm putting in the chat the location for the students to go and create a profile at UNCF so that they can at least get that process started.
Yes. In order to get a UNCF scholarship, you need to have a UNCF profile. So everybody get ready for this link that's about to go in the chat. She's going to put the UNCF profile in the chat. Hey, so do you need me to come and take you, or where are you gonna go?
I'm already here.
Oh, okay, you just need money?
No, I don't really need money either.
Why not? You should be getting a new tire, not a. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. Hey.
Dr. Agee, I'm gonna go ahead and log out. Does anybody else have any questions?
My son needs a tire. That was it. I forgot I was still on. Hold on, Trey. I'm wrapping up class. Anybody else have any questions? We got to make sure.
I do, Miss AG. I got a question.
Hey, Anthony, go ahead.
Hey,
Hey.
what's it called? I was gonna ask you, what time does the wellness center close? Like, is there a time limit?
They're open every day until 5.
Until 5. Okay.
Every day till
And
5.
then,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I think that's it. That's all I gotta ask.
Hold on, I'm gonna give you the phone number too, so you can always call over there and check and see what they're doing. They're doing testing today, but they should be always open for you. I'm about to put the number in the chat. Hold on.
Okay, for sure.
Okay. All right. Here's the number for the Miles College Health Center. So Trey, you don't need me to come and get you, Trey. I'm trying to talk to my son and y'all. That's the Miles College Health Center number, and here is the Miles College Counseling Center number. Whew. What student wants to help me make some flyers? I'll pay. Anybody got any flyer making skills? Oh, I put the wrong number in. Oh, I did. Oh, you already had it in there for talk. Okay, good. LL Cool J 567. LL Cool J 567. That is too cool. LL Cool J 567. What's his name? I'm starving, Yoruba. Hey, Dontrell. Okay. All right. Bye, Yoruba. This was a good day. They did a great job. Who's speaking next week? And when is the president's? You're on mute.
Our president is our last speaker, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Dr. Moore and I are next week with career services and mental health awareness.
How good is that? We need to promote that really big, though. Maybe we could do like a freshman cookout, and then we have it at, they can make that little stage for us, and then we have it, you know what I mean? Like take over this whole area and have the freshman cookout. And then we talk about that, like a career in health fair. Let's do that for next Tuesday. And then all students can come over here from 11 or whatever. And then we can have a few food trucks out there.
Okay.
And then we'll try to get all of the off-campus and on-campus freshmen to come for that. And you said the president's the last one?
Yes, ma'am.
So November what? Let me know. She's looking forward to it.
She is.
Hey, Camila.
Actually, no. Miss Williams and Mr. Harris are next week. And then Dr. Moore and I are the following week, but President Night is November 10th.
November 10th. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I think I have it on her calendar, but confirm it on her calendar for me. And I want that one to be on StreamYard. Get Dana to produce that one for us on StreamYard. Or,
I'm gonna stop the recording now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we could get Dana